Hello, everybody on YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and NFL fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts for the conference championship games and the Super Bowl 51 predictions. Well, before I get to my thoughts, the granddaddy of all bowls, out of all the bowls there, including the college bowl games, the Super Bowl is finally here. After 6 months of the NFL season, the NFL season of 2016 and 2017 NFL season, it's almost closing. And I wanted to say thank you for everybody for watching me for the past year. And in fact, watching me for the past 3 years or something like that. So this is my third year doing this. So I wanted to say thank you to everybody and everything else like that. Enjoy me on this great run of another great success, and maybe for my New England Patriots, another Super Bowl victory. So we'll wait and see about that. But wanted to say thank you for that, and we'll try to do this again next year. But we'll see how that goes. But anyways, now to my thoughts for the conference championship games. I went 1-1 and straight up, so at least I got the one, so it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I could go 1-1, something like that. 2-0 would have been nice, but out of that. But for the Green Bay and Atlanta game, I gotta say, I was expecting Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers, but it turned out Atlanta just really wanted to win the game really badly. Matt Ryan going to his first Super Bowl, and in the Atlanta's head coach, he was the head coach of the defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. So I forgot his name right now. It's gonna come after I make the video. But whatever. But anyways, Atlanta was scored on 7th all time on offense in the league. Passing that record, so they're almost there. They kind of look like the 2000 Rams and the 98 Vikings on the offensive side of the ball and everything like that. And they just came up to play against Green Bay's defense, pretty much. So that's pretty much how they laid out. And Aaron Rodgers didn't have an answer for the Atlanta Falcons on defense either. So it kind of turned into a lopsided performance, but they came to show up in the end. But, it was at the end, by that time, it was too little, too late for Green Bay, and besides, and Jordy Nelson did play, but he was, Green Bay was just banged up. They were kind of like the Patriots last year. My New England Patriots last year were getting all these injuries, and then they go to the championship game and lose to that point. But right now for Atlanta, they're the team of destiny. I think they're trying to get that Super Bowl with the rise up. So they finally made the Super Bowl, so I wanted to say congratulations to the Atlanta Falcons. You are the NFC champions, so I wanted to say thank you for that. Matt Ryan, former Boston College quarterback, going to the Super Bowl. I believe he was the first Boston College quarterback to play in a Super Bowl or something like that. I could be wrong in that case, but it was a long time coming to see a former BC quarterback to get into a Super Bowl, but, I'm not a Boston College Eagle fan. I'm more of a Notre Dame fan, but still nice to see somebody from outside the Boston or in the New England area, a college star over there, just to go to the Super Bowl, which is pretty good. It was pretty much an 8-year running for Matt Ryan for that, so I wanted to say congratulations to him. So, and Julio Jones, and that offense that go to the Super Bowl for that. You are the NFC champions of the 2016-2017 season. So congratulations to you and your Atlanta Falcons on that. And go into condolence for that. Now for my New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was a game that I even thought would be a close game. Going right down to the wire, the last second field goal. Boy, I was dead wrong on that. My New England Patriots on defense stopped Antonio Brown, got his revenge, pretty much after what they said in the he said in the internet in the locker room, but he got fined $10,000 from Mike Tomlin, and go from there. Because of what he did, my New England Patriots stormed out, proved the Steelers wrong and the Killer Bees wrong, and we end up beating the hell out of them. And Tom Brady put up a heck of a day. Chris Hogan too. He put up a hell of a game too. Then he got 2 touchdown passes, I believe over 100 yards. So this was and Brady went over 300 yards too. So that was really killer on that part though. So all in all, I mean, all for nothing, this was a sweet moment for beating Pittsburgh after what Antonio Brown said to us and everything that they posted on Facebook Live. So I pretty much thought it was a great revenge for us. So I'm kind of glad we beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers on that note, because what the Steelers said to us. And now I'm hearing that Big Ben is going to be retiring right now. So I don't know if it's because he couldn't beat my New England Patriots or something like that, or anything. Maybe because of injuries, which I can understand why it could be injuries, because, because of your health reasons, you don't want to jeopardize your leg or your injury or something like that. So they been hearing that on the radio. I mean, not radio, like on news area and stuff like that. He may retire because of all the injuries or something he went through. So, which I think it'd be okay in the long run. You don't want to, you got to think about your health issue in real life and probably retire from there, especially if you have concussions too many times like that. So I think you should probably look into that more personally if you do that. I'm not saying to pull off Peyton Manning and come back and do stuff like that, but Peyton Manning, he could have had one injury like that, like from his neck, and be paralyzed for the rest of his life or something like that. So I'm not saying you can pull off Peyton Manning, go for a ring and call it a career. I mean, if Big Ben can do that, that's fine. But not for nothing. But it'd be sad to see Big Ben go. I mean, he's one of the toughest quarterbacks that I've seen play in a long time, though. But I'm not saying he's retiring, but it'd be a sad momentum, because I always thought Big Ben was the toughest quarterback that I've seen play. So that's my case about Big Ben, But as for Tom Brady, in the New England Patriots going to the Super Bowl, hell yeah! Hell yeah! Quest for number 5 is coming. Quest for number 5 is coming. Oh my God, I cannot wait for that Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's been a long 2 years coming, but I think we're finally going to get that Lombardi trophy back. And now I'm going to get to the Super Bowl pick as those teams combine. And they both got in there in the Super Bowl because of the defensive side, which is my New England Patriots. They dominated Houston on defense and in Pittsburgh on defense. That's why they're, especially in the second half of the games, in those 2 games. So they definitely did step up for that. And offensively, they did pretty good. I'm not saying don't give offensively credit for my New England Patriots. Don't get me wrong. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback to ever lived. Well, yeah, he's definitely in the top 3 greatest quarterbacks of all time. So, but what I'm saying is they were in there mostly because of the defense, and Matt Patricia, did a hell of a job on the defense as usual, like he's been doing for the past 5 years or so. So on the defensive coordinator, he's been doing a hell of a job over there being the defensive coordinator. And the other difference is an offensive line. So Dramatica or Dante Samalkia, whatever his last name is, something like that, who came out of retirement and went back to be the offensive line coach for my New England Patriots, and made a great hell of a comeback on that quote on that from the offense doing the protection of Tom Brady. And of course, the Atlanta Falcons got in there because they have the best offense in the league. Their defense is very underrated, I think. Nobody's not talking about their defense. Well, their defensively, they stepped up really well, but in the season, they were ranked 26th or 27th in total defense overall. But they definitely did step up in the playoffs on that. But mostly it was their offense who got it rolling for them, especially against Seattle and Green Bay. So both of them were on offensive side of the case, though, on that one. Now, and that's why they're in the Super Bowl today, because of their offense, what Matt Ryan did. And both Tom Brady and Matt Ryan are in the Super Bowl MVP conversation. And before I get to my pick, I'm going to do this one real quickly. It comes down to Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady and Matt Ryan. Excuse me. I would have said Derek Carr being the MVP candidate too, but Derek Carr got hurt in the end of the year and that didn't play in the playoffs, so that kind of hurt for Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders in that point. But in my case, losing the 4 games for Tom Brady is going to hurt them too. So I don't think he might get the MVP candidate for that. I mean, and as for Aaron Rodgers, I kind of stumbled a little bit. He put up good numbers, don't get me wrong. But it wasn't really great numbers either. But it were great numbers, but nothing the Aaron Rodgers we're we're not used to seeing, pretty much. But in my case, the one quarterback that deserves the MVP candidate is probably Matt Ryan. In my case, I think Matt Ryan is going to get the MVP award this year. So I think that's going to be coming in the NFL honors. And of course, if none of the quarterbacks don't get it, Le'Veon Bell should probably get it for the running back position or something like that, or anything else. But anyways, now to my pick, who I think is going to win. I'm going to give you the final score first. 38-34. It's going to be an offensive shootout. It's going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's going to be one score after another, I think. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's probably going to be low-scoring at first, but they're going to put up some points in the second half, probably. I think that's what's going to happen in the Super Bowl in 51. So it's going to be low-scoring in the first half. I think it's going to be like 14-10 or something like that. Then, boom. Just like that, they're going to put both offensive teams are going to put up some numbers. Be a high-scoring game. So, and that's why I do believe the final score in that game is going to be 38-34. And and if you're doing the over and under, the total in this game is 59. Take the over for that. So, I'm gonna suggest you take the over. And now, for the points and my straight up, who I think is going to win, you know I'm going to go with this. My New England Patriots are going to win this game. So, there you go. My New England Patriots, 38. The Atlanta Falcons, 34. And I do believe it'll be Tom Brady being the MVP in that game. So, that's what I think what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. And, of course, if you're going to do against the spread, my New England Patriots are favored by 3. Take the points in that. So, there you go. That's my my pick for Super Bowl 51. I will be back in 2 weeks when I do my thoughts about the Super Bowl and go from there. And until then, shout outs to everybody in the NFL YouTube prognosticators this week. Give shout outs to Matt the NFL Fanatic, Gio Knows, Billy B, Hatbox, which definitely I want to give a shout out to Hatbox, which brings me to you. I know you don't do show yourself on the videos when you do your picks, but maybe I suggest on week 1 on the 2017 season, maybe you will. Maybe we'll do a bet. How about that? You and me, because Hatbox is an Atlanta Falcons fan. Loser wears the opposing team's hat in the Super Bowl. Come on, what do you think about that, Hatbox? What do you think? So, let me know your thoughts down below, man. So, I'd like to do a friendly bet with you. So, anyways, continue on. Stu Pace and Steve Brown, known as the Electric Football Show. Check out In New Jack and TJ Holman. I can't really say his last name. Don't forget Justin Bridgewater's finest, Edward Leonard. And one of the newcomers, Beast, and the Waterboy Show, and that Teddy the Bear Show, and something like that. And of course, and I think I did say Beast. Yeah, excuse me. Then Ryan's Picks, definitely check him out. Sorry, Ryan's Picks. Sorry about your Steelers, but we had to get a little revenge from you. So, and of course and then Justin's Bridgewater's finest. Yeah, and excuse me. But sorry, that was my phone. But anyways, and a bunch more. I really can't think think a lot. And some of the followers, Holly Gordon, who was a New England Patriots fan. Thank you, Holly. And of course, Martin W. Definitely one of the subscribers to the NFL YouTube prognosticator page. And of course, there's a bunch of others you should definitely check out. The link is definitely down below. I mean, if I don't give you your name, I do apologize. You know, I really can't go down the list. There's so many. So, anyways, I will definitely give you my thoughts next week, and I got a lot to say about what's going to happen by next year for me. I don't know. A lot of things are changing for me in my life, so I may discuss more of that later on next week. I was going to say during the season, but I wasn't ready. I mean, I'm not really open to my private life, something like that. But something that has to be done, it could be during the middle of the season, too. So maybe we'll stay tuned for that. I'm not really ready to talk about it. So maybe if I'm in the mood, we'll stick by it. But, But until then, good luck to your, who do you think is going to win in Super Bowl 51? Enjoy the game for Super Bowl 51. Enjoy the commercials, too. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would truly appreciate that. Until then, I'll see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.